Hello, I'm Edward. Yes, if you've been seeing my channel up until now, it's been about playing games, reading poets, and other things. Well, it's basically whatever I wanted to give a try, like try it out and see how it goes. Well, today, what I've wanted to try all the time, I'm finally doing it, and it's about discussing life. Discussing life, right? What is life? And why do most of us feel down all the time, feel like we are trapped all the time? Or why our lives are not as we expect them to be? Well, to give the answer to that, it's basically we are the problem. Why? Why could that be? Why are we the problem while most of us think the root cause of our problems are somebody else? Is some organization? Is the government? Is the lifestyle that's been imposed on us? Well, to be fair, this is what I'd say 99% of people think. No grudge, nothing against anyone. But what I want to discuss, it's going to be a series of videos, and let me tell you something, it's all off script. I hate scripts. I hate all the show play that YouTubers, that people do in order to gain some views or some attention. I don't care if I get views, I don't get if I get any attention. The only thing I want is to share what I've been thinking about, and hopefully it'll help someone. Hopefully, together, people as community, the human race, the divine race that the Lord, the God has created, will find the true path to salvation and not to annihilation, not to destruction, not to getting obliterated by the craziness that we've created on this earth, on the mother nature that the God has created to heal us. But we've created something next to a healer that absolutely drains your energy, that absolutely destroys you. Well, actually, yesterday I was reading Bible on the train back home, and I came upon this verse which was in Ecclesiastes. Let me actually read it for you. Ecclesiastes 7. In the end, it says, "This only have I found: God made mankind upright, but men have gone in search of many schemes." Well, this is pretty obvious. This is the root cause of our problems today, and not only today, yesterday and tomorrow. To be honest, this one sentence, this one part of Bible explains everything, all the troubles that we are in right now. Well, the reason that I've chose this background, it's actually AI generated, but the reason that I've chose this background is going to be the topic of what I'm talking about today. Just look at this. There are two things. One is a doe, which represents the soul, in my opinion. And there's the other one, which is the brain. Just think about it, people. When God created Adam, when God created Eve, did he create the soul, or did he create the earthly body that we possess? We cannot say it's the earthly body, because think about it. When we die, we go into heaven or hell. When we die, this is the true form of being reborn in our eternal life. So that means when they were exiled from heaven, they were in this position, in this form, the soul form. When they came upon the earth, they formed brains for themselves, right? I mean, the God gave it to them. And after you die, this is gone, and you turn into this again, right? So, and when you think about it, in heaven or even in hell, the thoughts are pure. There is only one truth. After you die, there is only one truth. There is no doubt that we have today, that we have on this earth right now, that everything that we face could have a meaning or not. Like this is everything that we are creating here. And in my opinion, in my humble opinion, the main reason for all this is the brain. So if you think about it, am I saying that Satan isn't real? That like we cannot blame something for our troubles? I don't know. I don't know if Satan is real or not, but you don't need Satan to go astray, because as you see in the Bible, it doesn't say that Satan leads you astray in this verse. You see, it says men have found schemes, but God has created us upright. But what is it? Is God capable of creating evil? I don't think so. God doesn't create evil. It is us who twist goodwill into evil. Just look at this picture. This is pure. This is pure. This creates impurity. How? Let me explain. Well, to be honest, actually, as I said, and by the way, I said I actually talk about Bible here, but I am not saying if Bible is correct or not. I'm going to quote some books here. I'm going to quote some people or some songs here. I'm not saying either is right. I'm not saying Christianity is good. I'm not saying Judaism is good. I'm not saying Islam is good. I'm not saying Buddhism is good. I'm just trying to find the path which leads to our salvation. Long term or short term, doesn't matter. And I'd be glad if you follow me through this path, and because if I find it, you find it too. And I cannot find it alone. God doesn't mean for us to find the salvation alone and walk in that path and leave others behind, because that's a grave sin. The main reason I've created this video is because I want all of us together to find a path to live, to be honest, to live, because in my opinion, we're not living at this moment. I go out, I look at people's faces, I see not life. There's no life in those faces. So this is the reason I want you to follow me in this journey. So all of us together can find life. So let's talk about this. Why? What is the cause that humans are the reason that evil exists? Why is that? Is it humans? I'd say it is the body that we possess. The body that we possess. Putting this, the godly soul that is in all of us, in chains. In chains in the deepest dungeon of our hearts, in the deepest dungeon of our bones and body, so this ear cannot hear the divine message. It is the brain. You know why? It's easy. When you think about it, it's really easy. We don't need Satan to lead us astray. We have our body that actually does that for us. Why? Because it doesn't want to work. Because it doesn't want to go through the trouble. Because it doesn't want to be disciplined. It just wants to be relaxed. It just wants to be followed, like it wants you to follow its orders. Because that way, and only that way, the body can not work. But the soul, the godly soul, doesn't want you to stay idle. Just look at this. Well, we have the brain, and there is this matter that, okay, let's talk about doom scrolling, huh? Let's talk about SNS, social networking sites like Instagram, X, and stuff, right? Let's just talk about it a little. Why does the brain likes that? Why do we like that? Why don't we get bored of scrolling through Instagram, of playing multiplayer games, of I don't know, watching porn and all these things that feel good? Why do they feel good in the first place? And why are the smart people using that to give us the pleasure? Why? Why is that? Well, it's easy to think about that. It's because the brain likes it. The brain doesn't want to work. The brain loves routine. The brain loves easy earned sweets, let's say. And when the brain, because, well, let's say science calls it dopamine, right? I hate science, to be honest, because it's all about this. Science has nothing to do with this. And this is why we are going away from divinity. It's because our lives are based on science and math. It's not based on imagination. It's not based on divinity anymore. This is the reason that we are suffering, because we've put everything in our lives over this. We forgot about this. Soul has been forgotten. It's been chained by us. This is why I said in the beginning of this video that we are the reason for all our troubles. Well, let's say to some extent the government or the rich people, let's say. I don't like that word at all. What does that mean, rich people? Let's say the people in power right now. They only know the path to make us enslaved. They know the path. They give us the path and we follow it. The legs are ours. We are following in that. We are walking in that path. So this is the reason I say we are the trouble, not the people in power, not the government. They are not the trouble. We are walking in that path. Why are we blaming them? Because it's easy. Because, again, this likes it. Doesn't like. The brain never likes to be blamed for something. It's never a problem. This is never the cause of always brain says that I am not the cause of your troubles, because it wants to give you the sense of satisfaction about yourself. This is you see, like, everything that I'm talking about right now, it just makes sense, because when you look outside, all the ways and paths that brain likes has been implemented in our lives. You see? Now people say, be happy with what you are, be happy with who you are. You can be anything you like. Again, this likes it. You know, this is the way that it works. This is the way that brain works. Brain doesn't like to change. Brain doesn't like to be disciplined. Brain likes easy snacks. Let's say 5 days a week we work from morning till afternoon. And after that, we are too tired to do anything else. We just go home for dinner, for maybe some alcohol, and then go to sleep. And we repeat that 5 days a week until we have the weekend, but we are too tired to do anything else in the weekend too. Why is that? Because the brain doesn't like to work. But this is the easiest way to keep the brain from not working at all, from being in the cycle of repetition. Our brain is in the cycle of repetition right now by doing what we are doing, by working 5 days a week, from morning till evening. Because it already saved. It's like it's working on autosave, like, like it's working on autopilot. Maybe the first 2 weeks, maybe the first month is difficult because it's getting used to that. After you graduate from university, I mean, it gets used to that. It gets used to working 5 days a week and having the weekend for itself. The brain has some difficulty into, like getting used to that. But when it gets used to that, it's on autopilot. It doesn't work anymore, and the brain likes that. It doesn't want to work. So it likes not working, But what does the soul give us? The soul is the main reason, the main source of you trying something new, of you growing. The soul wants you to grow. The brain doesn't want you to grow. The soul wants it. Just think about this. Which one does a lazy brain like? Doing the same thing every day, or doing different things daily? Trying out new things daily? It gets tired so easily. It wants it to stop. So it calls out to you and wants you to give up the way that you're going, the path that you are following. This is the reason that I say that we shouldn't follow our brains, because the brain wants us enslaved. The brain is the main source of us not doing anything. Not the Satan, not anything else. The brain, the earthly body, is the reason of our troubles, of our problems. So, brothers and sisters, I have a message for you. Unchain your souls. Unchain your souls. Listen to what your souls have been saying all this time. Listen to what the soul wants to say. Undust the unread books of our souls, of its words that's been on our shelves forever. Relive all the passions that you wanted to follow. Try to find out what is the best path to follow, and talk to God. Believe me, it works. Talk to God. Ask the God Almighty for help. He will help you put this in chain. You see, soul should command brain, not brain commanding body and soul. This is our problems. Brain can never command soul. So the only thing that it does is to immortalize our lives, is to put the soul in chain so you cannot hear it anymore. And this is why we have this life, because all the new life that we have, all the healings of nature, all the words of God that we have, it's been put aside from our sights, like we are not seeing that anymore. How long has it been that we walked on the ground that God has given us, barefoot? I don't know, maybe more than 10 years for me. There was a study about it and says when you connect with the earth, the negative energy in you gets transmitted into the earth. Even walking on earth is healing. It's healing you. So what has happened to our lives? What are we doing now? We put asphalt on life. We are putting a layer of death over life. Look at the boxes that we are living in right now. Look at the apartments. Look at the houses that we are living in right now. It's all from plastic. It's all from like concrete. From death. It's all from death. Where's the wood? Where's the wood? Wood gives you life. Where's the fire that cooked our foods? We are making everything with electricity at the moment. Just look at this. Death is creeping up on our lives every minute that we are quiet, that we are letting it follow. So, dear brothers and sisters who want to find life in the miserable death that we are living right now, let's follow this path that I'm building in this channel, let's say. I'm trying to be the builder of the road. So all of us, I want to set the first step. But I cannot do it alone. Of course I cannot do it alone. I want you to listen to me, and I want you to share your ideas with me so we can find the true path together, and we can get away from death. We can put the chains away from our soul. Dear people, all of us are created by God. All of us have a soul. May God bless you all. This is the beginning of this series of video that I'm trying to create. So let's make a good road so we can follow, we can walk upon it. The road with trees on all sides, with the soil on the ground, the road that is surrounded by life. Not the life that we have right now. This is death. That you can see death everywhere. Death on the face of people, death in our hearts, death here because it is not working. When it doesn't work, when something doesn't work, it's dead. Our brains isn't working anymore because we're not thinking anymore. We are doom scrolling. We are playing stupid games. We are reading stupid books. There's no chivalry in our lives. God bless you all. Let's build this path.